got off work, cooked, and did my therapy, cut grass, tended to nature. But during the whole day, I've been having back and forth conversations about events that have taken place in the state of Mississippi. And I was just trying to give a perspective, a different viewpoint of how this state and some other states are perceived. I'm not finna go over it again. I just feel like people should get a better interpretation for themselves instead of automatically agreeing with the masses. Because if you've never experienced something um or just agreeing with what somebody else said, then that's crazy. That's absolute insane. And then for y'all to tell people, not y'all, but for certain people to tell people to just uproot themselves and leave, you don't understand why people stayed, and you don't understand why people chose to leave. Whichever choice they made, they made the decision for themselves. And I think people need to do a better job at being free thinkers, because it's so easy to agree with other people because you are afraid, or most people are afraid of what others will think of them. That's why they're not too loud. That's why they're not so vocal about what they truly want to say or what it is that they truly want to do. They just blend in. And I'm not gonna say it's the hive mindset. Y'all would just like to blend in with other people. And it's not even that. Some people just don't like to get involved, or some people just don't enjoy those topics, or it's just not some people cup of tea. But I've seen countless of people dilute themselves in spaces, friendships, relationships, in group settings, and then when they're alone with people who aren't afraid to be themselves, they want to be vocal about it. No, no, stand on your 10 toes, your dick and your balls. Don't shy away from it. Live in your truth. Be who you are. Just don't. At this day and age, it is ignorant. You know, they say ignorance is bliss. It is ignorant for you not to get your own interpretation or your own understanding instead of believing somebody else's truth, which may end up being a lie. Just work on getting your own interpretation. That's just like people. Y'all know a version of people. Y'all don't know who folks truly are. They'll never reveal themselves to you truly unless they're comfortable. So that's why some people be so shocked when they be like, "Oh, my friend will never, my brother would never." Yes, they would. You don't know because they've showed you an interpretation of them, or you have that one viewpoint of them that you can't see them any other way. And I just wanted to encourage people, whether you feel like you stuck in a small town and ain't got no place to go, stay true to yourself. You know, if we had the resources and the allies and the supplies and stuff that we need, a lot of people would be able to build. It's easier said than done. And then when you ask people for help, or you ask for allies, or you ask for information, and they're not willing to give it, what was the point of you even saying something? You could have shut the fuck up. That's what a lot of people need to do. Just shut the fuck up. You don't know everything. You just know what somebody else tell you, or whatever media is manipulating at the time. The whole United States has issues. The whole United States has had issues for eons. And the only way it's gonna get fixed is people work collectively together. Certain stuff we know not to do, certain stuff we know to do. Certain people we know to hang with, certain people we know not to hang with. This has been a collective message. But for y'all to sit there and say, when I say y'all, I'm not talking about y'all, I'm talking about the people who have said ignorant stuff. And you can tell that they have not experienced this stuff in firsthand. They just talking, or they going off of what somebody else said, or they going off of what somebody else had to agree with. So I had to just delete a couple of posts, not because I care what other people think. It's pointless. It's gonna go in one ear and out the other. The people who was meant to receive it, they received it. You know, I love who I love. I don't who I don't. I'm not finna fake the fucking funk. Everybody ain't gonna be on your team. Just because they in the crowd cheering don't mean they on your team. So, you know, um, at the end and the beginning of the day, I'm not looking for people to agree with me. I'm a very opinionated person. My opinion should never trump your fact. And when it does trump your fact, that means you're looking for a disagreement. I was never looking for an agreement to begin with. I just wanted to have this conversation because I'm tired of people talking about the same mundane shit. They not addressing elephants in the room. They want to skip over certain things. They want to put the blame on certain people. They want to put the blame on certain states. It is what it is. Racism exists across the entire country. Let's go ahead and nip that in the bud. Elitism and classism still exist. Never went away. whether it's in a job or in a family setting and structure. People are afraid of how people will perceive them if they spoke whatever it is that came to their mind. And y'all should just stop being afraid of doing that. And please, 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 for the sake of me, I do not need no bandwagoners. This is not for my tribe. This is not for my family members. This is for people who you sit there and you think, and then you won't say the quiet part out loud. You might as well say, and I will never get that. People be like, just because you thinking and don't say it, I'm gonna say what the hell I want to say. You gonna die anyway. You can't take this information with you. So why are you holding yourself back or holding that part? Get it. If that's on your chest, get it out. If that's on your heart, get it out. If that's on your spirit, get it out. Um, I don't necessarily want people to agree with me. I don't want like-minded people because I like different perspectives. I like to find out myself. If life got to give me that ass whooping, then I'm going to hand life the belt. And once I find out, I'm just going to do my best to inform. I'm not going to project on other people because I had a disagreement or I didn't like something. I didn't like the way a certain food tastes. Go find out for yourself. A lot of people need to do stuff to find out by themselves, or they need to heed warnings. Y'all don't like to hear the truth from people who actually tell the truth. You like to hear a collective lie. Um, anyway, now that that's out the way, I want to say I hope y'all had an amazing day. I hope y'all decompress. I hope whatever it is or goals you're trying to reach, you reach them. I hope you stop bowing down to these big corporations and these managers and these people who are trying to make you feel small. Ain't nothing small about you, baby. When you came out your mama, they weighed you on the scale, and whatever number they gave you with, you was heavy. Um, I hope you don't feel like you failing because there's no way for people to give you a grade in life. The only way for you to get an exceptional grade is for you to live it. Because in the end, we all we all fail. It ain't funny, but it's funny shit. I'm just a realist. I hope you stop beating yourself up because it's a bunch of people who are wearing gloves waiting to beat you up. Life does get better. If you don't have a better mindset or better perception, then that's on you. Stop draining people dry with your nonsense. Always complaining. Always got a problem. Always want to present something to somebody else. Present that shit to yourself. Make it a challenge. In fact, make it a game. Do a better job at manifesting, do a better job at praying, do a better job at healing. Nobody wants to be involved with you all of the time. And if you're too scared to be involved with yourself, you got a bigger issue. Look at the man or the woman in the mirror. Listen to you some music, something high vibrational. Watch you some shit that'll give you some release. Go watch you a kung fu fucking movie. They gonna teach you how to fight mentally and spiritually. Get outside and touch some grass instead of always smoking it. But I hope y'all have a beautiful, lovely evening. Those are my 2 cents. If that ain't enough for you to buy what you need, then apply it to your taxes. Have a good one.